The last weekend of summer, but things are not cooling down.
This game ain't over yet.
Thompson, Prince George's County looking to go 2-0. Our game of the night features a future Penn State and South Carolina players, plus 1 foot, 2 sports. The story of Keegan Meyer. That and all the big hits for another high school sports final, and it's next.
From News Channel 8, this is High School Sports Final.
Prince George's County. Roosevelt and Suitland, these two are always in the conversation for the best team and cheerleaders. There they go, Rams QB Tyrone Pope looking to get his offense rolling. Tosses it to the flat. Kareem Muslim bobbles it, and Ronnie Roundtree, that is, with the interception. Down the sidelines he goes. A game was close early, but Roosevelt takes hold of this game. The Raiders on the move. Carlson Teague takes the snap, looks over to the middle, and finds Mike Mofor. He carries a defender. Touchdown. The Raiders had 275 yards rushing, and the defense was strong, giving up an early score. Again, Pope here, though. Nice score. This kid is just taking off using lots of speed. Koro Ajuzi scores there. He takes that one to the house after the interception. Eleanor Roosevelt moves to 2-0, wins this one 26-6. Hey there, and thanks for joining us for High School Sports Final. I'm Monica McNutt, your host. Lots of scores and highlights to get to. So as always, let's not waste any time and head over to Montgomery County, Clarksburg, trying to stay near the head of the class, taking on Gaithersburg. Pretty scene as the sun sets in Gaithersburg as they take on Clarksburg. Right here, Tavis Holland gets the little bubble screen, but is stuffed up by the Trojans' defense. The Coyotes trying to make something happen. Joe Nachi gets wrestled down. Gaithersburg looking like a steel curtain on defense. Markel Simpkins for the Trojans trying to get around the edge on offense, but the defense in this game was just solid. But Clarksburg wins 26-6. Georgetown Prep, the Little Hoyas rallying the team against #1 Gonzaga. It's our athlete of the week last week, Reggie Corbin. Wait. Okay, we got him. We lost him. There he is as he appears from the pack. Great deception on the handoff for the Eagles. Next play, Nick Johns looks to throw a beauty to Cam Boulder. Enough for a first down. A couple of plays later, there's that man again. Corbin with the handoff and the inside run. Tough and powerful, gets a little help, and he's in for the touchdown. Gonzaga keeps rolling, beating up the IAC's Georgetown Prep 38-3. A great day to check out some football in Northwest. The crowd moving and shaking the Paul Public, Charter, and Bell. Look at Paul on the offense. The Pirates were not playing, pulling out. But hey, you just run deep and I'll throw a long ball play. 90-yard touchdown. Paul coming to play some football. All right, then things turned a little sour for the Pirates offense. They try to go that way again, but this time no luck as Tyreek Thompson with the deflection. Great defense, but Thompson isn't done. Again, I'm not sure if Paul saw something in the game tape, but they decided they wanted to go for Thompson. This time, Thompson comes up big with the interception. The Griffins in business. Bell looking to capitalize. Take a look at this play. Charles Brooks, the junior star, gets to the corner, and Bam with a cutback. Bam broke a tackle. Another broken tackle. Another cutback. The score. Great effort by Brooks for the touchdown. Bell looking good early on in the season. All right, time now for our Utility Athlete of the Week. Plenty of players to choose from. Abdul Adams of Wilson had a great week. He came up short against Friendship Collegiate. Perry Street's Aaron Gray had 299 yards rushing. Jake Caprella of the Patriots had 4 touchdowns. But our Utility Athlete of the Week goes to a player from Bullis in Potomac, wide receiver / defensive back Patrick Johnson II. The Bullis Jr. had 11 tackles, an interception, a fumble that he recovered for a touchdown. That's just on defense. On offense, he posted a solid 4 catches for 69 yards and a big 10-yard TD catch in overtime that secured a 29-28 win over Spalding. Bullis coach Pat Cilento said, Johnson was the key to victory. So congratulations to Patrick Johnson, the second Utility Athlete of the Week. Being a student athlete is no joke. School, hours of practice, homework. You got to make it all work. So try 2 sports in the same season. That would probably make things even trickier, right? Well, it can be done. Trust me, it can. And it's being done by DeMathis Keegan Meyer, 1 kick at a time. After DeMathis' kicker graduated last year, Coach Elijah Brooks needed a replacement.
Coach Brooks texted me during the summer, asked me to come out and kick for them.
The reason was pretty simple.
They needed a kicker.
The previous kicker was a senior and a soccer player.
We wanted to keep the tradition going.
The tradition was goalies turned kickers. And this year, it's Keegan Meyer.
For football, there's like certain steps you got to take for like field goals, kickoffs. Soccer is more like just, you don't need any steps for soccer. And it's a lot easier to kick a soccer ball.
But Meyer has made the adjustment, going 5 of 6 on extra points thus far.
Every game for football is like a championship game for soccer. There's a lot of fans, a lot of noise, and a lot of pressure.
Soccer is Meyer's priority. He goes to his full practice 3 times a week from 3:30 to 5 and goes to every game. He practices kicking with the football team after soccer from 5 to 6:30.
Not hard. It's tiring, but it's easy.
Kickers coach John Moylan says Meyer has everything you look for in a good kicker.
He's got a long leg, you see, and so it's like a golfer. If you're tall and you got the long swing, you know, the club head travels further. While a punter, the leg travels further.
While Meyer hasn't given kicking much thought at the next level, his soccer goals are clear.
National championship, All-American.
And as for borrowing other teams' players,
Our motto here is one DeMathis, so we work with each other however we can, and you know, soccer's obviously been you know, very good to us, and we're appreciative of it.
all right, lots of games to get to, and we're just getting started here on High School Sports Final. Up next, our game of the week, Montgomery County, a battle of a couple of the top programs. And don't forget, for the latest scores and highlights of featured games, you can log on to hssportsfinal.com. Speaking of top teams, earlier in the week we caught up with Brandon Parker, who covers high school football for AllMetSports.com.
That's tough. Well, I guess you got to go with the #1 team, Gonzaga. They're just fun to watch with all the athletes they have. Centerville, one, because they're defending state champions in Virginia and they bring back so much talent. even though they run a wing tee offense, which is kind of chews up the clock, they've got a lot of explosive guys where they can, again, be fun to watch. And the third one is tough. I guess I'll be easy and do 1, 2, 3. So the third ranked team is Northwest. They're the defending champion, Maryland. They've been playing really well lately and again. So I guess I like seeing high-powered offenses, and they all kind of fit that bill. So I go those 3.
The Zags, Centerville, and Northwest. All right, now we're going to Montgomery County. Quince Orchard losing maybe its most important weapon, Coach Dave Macarini. He's gone, but the rivalries stay the same. Damascus, the swarming Hornets, looking to upend the Cougars and the Red Army. Here's a look from both teams before this week's big game.
The message has been, let's find out what kind of team we really are. Since this is the best team, you know, we may face the whole season. Let's find out if we're real. This is a playoff caliber team, and are we going to lose by 1 point, or are we going to find a way to win these kind of games?
Well, we haven't really played 4 quarters yet, so I think we got to run to the ball and keep that energy, keep that intensity going.
I think the key is just playing assignment football. You know, both sides of the ball for us on offense and on defense. Just being able to get lined up correctly each snap, 22 guys doing their job. That's going to be the most important thing for us.
Running the ball, protecting the ball, tackling, I mean, stuff like that, you know, just the small things. We do the small things correctly this game, we'll win.
That takes us to our game of the night, a pivotal matchup between Damascus and Quince Orchard. Things are getting underway. The Red Army's ready for its matchup. Quince Orchard hosting. There you saw Jalen Christensen get the handoff and slung out of bounds. Now Damascus is still on the move as Jake Funk receives the pitch, and he plows his way into the end zone to extend the lead. The Red Army band, they're trying to rally their team and get their guys back into it. Quince Orchard with the ball. They're knocking on the door as Isley Kim scores to pull his team just a little bit closer. But the comeback is just a dream as Damascus' Anthony Jordan picks off Carson Knight's pass to put the nail in the coffin. That had to hurt. Damascus goes on to beat Quince Orchard. Final score, 19-11. Staying in Montgomery County as Seneca Valley hosts Northwest, and Northwest doesn't waste any time marching down the field as Mark Pierce throws a dart to Brandon Williams, and he gets upfield for the nice gain. Northwest still with the ball as E.J. Lee takes the handoff, makes one defender miss, and turns on the Jets as he beats the defense to the corner and takes it in for the score. Seneca with the ball a little bit later. The Northwest defense, though, they're going to sniff out the screen and shut it down for a loss. Northwest in a blowout. We're heading over to the district. Roosevelt and Coolidge. You almost think basketball, but they do have football programs there, and they always have a rivalry that takes it to the field on Friday night. A good defensive matchup. The Coolidge fans sitting through a tough game in Northwest as Coolidge hosts Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt setting up the winning field goal, but the snap is mishandled as Coolidge snuffs out the attempt. Now in overtime, Coolidge wins. And of course, they're celebrating. They're excited. The final score there was 3-0. Homecoming, Abaloo. The class of 1974 checking out the game. They saw some fireworks, all that good stuff. Terry Jones on this play takes a snap, has some pressure, almost immediately scrambles, is almost sacked, gets out of trouble, and throws a downfield dart to Malik Pelham for the 46-yard touchdown. That's exactly how Coach drew it up. Of course, it's a trick play. Maybe, maybe not. Knights on the move again. Here's Jordan Clark. He tries to get to the edge, but he bounces off a couple of defenders, and just like that, he finds some open space. Racing down the sidelines. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. That was 80 yards, people. 80 yards. Ballou puts a hurting on Eastern, 36-9. It's their homecoming. They had to do it big, right? All right, warning. These highlights get a little bit tricky, so stay with me here. We're going to have some fun. The ball is in there somewhere. The quarterback, Jack Rowlett, has it. He keeps it. He's scrambling, still with the ball, slipping away from defenders, and then he's going to launch the ball, and he just doesn't launch it for no reason. It lands with his receiver, who turns the corner and gets a great block from a teammate. And of course he goes in and scores a touchdown on a play like that. After all those heroics, though, Robinson is going to fumble. They're going to look human on this play. They fumble Mount Vernon and Robinson in that matchup, folks. More to come on High School Sports Final. Lots of fun tonight. But as we go to break, we want to take a time out to offer our condolences to the friends and family of Joe Gallagher. Gallagher died this week at the age of 93. Joe won countless city championships in basketball and football at St. John's. Our very own Tim Brandt played for Gallagher and had these words on his former coach and mentor.
Well, Joe Gallagher's a legend. He is a luminary. Joe Gallagher was and is the dean of all the high school coaches in the DMV. He was the guy who took St. John's College High School and he won countless football city championships. He was the one who took his St. John's team into RFK Stadium, then called DC Stadium. They set an attendance record, 55,000 people in RFK, in DC Stadium, to watch St. John's and Eastern play for the city championship. He also won more than a dozen Catholic League championships in basketball and a city championship there. He was phenomenal. And he did more than just teach his players how to win, how to be champions, how to be good sports. He taught guys how to win in the game of life. That was Joe. That was Joey G. And he started the Metropolitan Area Basketball School, and all the DeMatha basketball players and all the St. John's basketball players, we worked all summer long in the basketball. We were coaches. We were referees. He also gave Morgan Wooten his start. He hired him as an assistant coach at St. John's, and Morgan then looked up to Joe the rest of his career, and they became great friends. Joe Gallagher, as I said, is a legend. He is a luminary, and he was loved.
All right, we're moving right along in this next matchup between Chantilly and South County. The fans believe that they will win. South County in green, Justin Munt punts for Chantilly. Returning the punt is Gerald Hullett. The ball bounced one time and nearly brought down, stayed on his feet. He got some great blocks along the sideline. Straight path to the goal. Touchdown. Chantilly with the ball. David Sidner tries to go to his receiver, but it's batted down by South County's Kaloni Berry. South County wins this one big, 34-14. McLean students ready for the matchup with Falls Church. Falls Church takes the snap, fakes the handoff, then throws to a teammate, pulls a sweet move on McLean. Great blocking by his teammates to get him moved up the field until he is finally pushed out. Here we go again with the fake and the handoff, but this time our QB decides to keep it and takes it to the end zone. McLean takes the snap, steps back, and bombs it right into Falls Church's arms. Nice heads-up play. Falls Church would take this one. Still more as we wrap up this edition of High School Sports Final. Our plays of the week. Anyone remember Jadeveon Clowney? Remember, you can go to our Facebook page at High School Sports Final to select your choice for the play of the week. This play comes from Knoxville, Tennessee, Doyle High School. Check out the flanker screen and look at Jaquez Bruce. Completely blows up this play. Bruce looks like he's watched that Javion Clowney play quite a few times. Thought he'd try one of his own, little Houston Texans rookie. Bruce's running back is a running back, that is, who has verbally committed to play for Tennessee. Watch Terry Jones on this play. He's going to take the snap, has pressure almost immediately, scrambles, is almost sacked, gets out of trouble, and throws a downfield dart to Malik Pelham for the 46-yard touchdown. Exactly like the coach drew it up, right? I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Landon Bears looking to move to 3-1. Meanwhile, Paul VI is looking to continue their winning trend. So who would it be? Over to Landon we go. Paul VI snaps and hands off to Colton Davis. He cuts around the corner until he's met hard by Landon's Thomas Crittenberger. Handoff to Colton Rupp this time. He takes it up the gut to get first and more. They like this handoff play. The handoff to Rupp again, and he's in for 6. Rob Atkins, a little later, is going to get in on the action with a handoff, this time to Rudd. He has great blocks, cuts to the middle until finally he's brought down by the Paul VI defense. But not yet. I'm a little foreshadowing there. There he goes. All right, Landon wins 42-13. BCC and Whitman greet center field for the toss in Bethesda. That was earlier tonight. Handoff to Whitman's Jacob Pitzenberger. This kid cannot be stopped. He breaks the tackle and turns on the Jets up the middle. Finally, he's taken down by Whitman's defense. Look who it is again, Pitzenberger. I like that name, that's a good one. He takes it outside and gives a nasty stiff arm until he's pushed out by Whitman's defense. Same drive, Jacob deserves this touchdown, right? In his stats it goes, he worked hard for it. Whitman beats my producer's alma mater 21-3. Ouch, sorry back there. Langley students showing some spirit, dressed in black for the game against TC Williams. Into the second, handoff to Tyler West. He's going to squeeze through and get 6 points. He's in for the touchdown. All right, start of the third, kickoff. Tonight's been rough on our camera, folks. Loses the ball, but finally, the ball winds up with Khalil Carrington turning on the Jets midfield. He returns it for a touchdown, and that's how you come out of the locker room. Here's West keeping it for himself to find 6 more for the Saxons to put them up 2 touchdowns. An offensive game, 46-35. Langley gets their first win. Pick up near the end of the first quarter here, 7-0, Bell was leading. 1st and 10, ball on the 16-yard. Marlo West, pitch out to number 1 Charles Brooks, runs in for a touchdown, 14-0 for Bell. After a right turnover on the ensuing play, very next play, 1 and 10 on 18. Handoff to Charles Brooks again, touchdown. The Bell Griffins looked impressive. Final score, 41-0. That's all for this edition of High School Sports Final. Don't forget, you can catch every single highlight and story that you saw tonight on our webpage, hssportsfinal.com, plus updates on games during the week. And like us on Facebook and vote for your play of the week. For all the cast and crew behind the scenes, bringing you the highlights of the games, I'm Monica McNutt. We'll see you again next week.
Goodbye.